This is Fortune Gentleman 24, and yes, it's been a while. For all those who are wondering, I am still updating the subs for Italia, and up to right now, I have 1 done. 2 is done, even though 2 is mostly summed up. You should understand that mostly for the video, for when I'm translating them, you will have to know that when I am talking during it, I actually am summing up what they're saying. It's not that hard to figure that out. I just wanted to point that out, okay? I'm not mad. I actually am thankful that I actually have a whole bunch of people who actually do like it. It proves people actually do have a good taste in anime. Because Italia is awesome. Russia's so awesome. But you're probably wondering what I am doing here. It's been a long time since I played this game. You know, we all need a little action. Something more than Italia. I present to you Kaidan Restaurant. We haven't played this game in a long time, so I think we deserve to actually play it again. Not to believe right. Some of the candles we got rid of are already done. Time to get to the story. Which reminds me. Ah, yes. The great house. Garçon. It's been a while.
こちらからどうぞ。いらっしゃいませ。
It's been a while,
ありがとうご
Garçon.
ざいます。
I haven't seen you in a while.
よろしくお願いします。
What you tell? How are you? We're going here.
もしもし
Well, Garçon, you should know that I actually do love a good delicacy of spicy food.
いいかな。おやもしもしほほもしもしそれはでは召し上がれ
And we are back. Now, the thing kind of fucked up, so mostly it didn't go so well. So mostly it went to this part of it instead of where I wanted it to go. But hey, that's okay. We're here for some ghost stories. Who doesn't like a good old-fashioned, scary appetizer ghost story? So first, get my tea, clear my throat, get comfortable, and begin reading Who by Call. By the time he finished his daily task, the light was falling. But everything he needed to accomplish before he made the journey to visit his bereaved brother, was complete. He was eager to see his love, so he set out immediately in spite of the growing darkness. He would paddle his canoe through the night and be with his beloved come the dawn. The river sang softly to itself under the clear night sky. He glanced up through the trees, identifying certain favorite stars, and chanting softly to himself his thoughts of all of her. Hold on. There we go. Kind of a little loud. Suddenly, he heard his name called out. He jerked back to awareness, halting his paddling, allowing the canoe to drift as he searched for the speaker. Excuse me. Who calls? He asked in the native tongue, and then repeated the word in French. Cue. Ooh, so the man's French. Awesome. I actually did learn French a little bit a while ago. There was no response. Deciding that he had imagined the accident, he took up his paddle and continued down the dark, murmuring river. A few moments later, he heard his name spoken again. It came from everywhere and from nowhere, and something about the sound reminded him of his beloved. But of course, she could not be here in this empty place along the river. She was at home with her family. Who calls? He asked in his native tongue, and then repeated the word in French. Tu appelles? His words echoed back to him from the surrounding valley, echoing and reverberating. Weird. The sound faded, and he listened intently, but there was no response. The breeze swirled round him, touching his hair and his face. For a moment the touch was that of his beloved. The fair one he adored, and he closed his eyes and breathed deep of the perfumed air. Almost he thought he heard her voice in his ear, as she whispered his name. Then the breeze died away, and he took up his paddle and continued his journey to his home and his love. God, this is getting good. I love this story. But I already have a bad sky head very bad, maybe. He arrived at dawn and was met by his beloved father. One looked at the old warrior's face, told him what had happened. His beloved, his fair one, was gone. She had died during the night while he was journeying to her side. Her last words had been his name, uttered twice, just before she breathed her last breath. He fell on his knees, weeping like a small child. Around him the wind rose softly and swirled through his hair, across his cheek, as gentle as a touch. In memory, he heard his beloved voice calling to him in the night. Finally, he rose, took the old warrior's arm, and helped him back to his home. To this day, travelers on Capella River can still hear the echo of a Cree warrior's voice, as he reached out to the spirit of his beloved. Ow! Crying, "Q appel! Who calls?" Freaking A! Apparently, I lost the last part of the video. The last part of the video got corrupted. So we won't be seeing the doors closing. Just imagine doors closing right in front of you. Now, the wrath. No, wait. To who by calls. For once, that actually was a sad story. It actually was pretty sad. I mean, the man was returning to his wife. He heard his voice 2 times. 2 times his wife called for him, but then she passed away. Could it have been that his love? Could it have been that the love for her, that the love that his wife had for him, was so strong that death could not stop her? Or could he have just been imagining things? And this could be a real fake. I leave it up to you. Tell me, which do you think? Do you think it's fake? Or do you believe love can do anything?
いかがでしたか？お気をつけて。なるほど。いいかな。どうぞお楽しみください。
Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. Let's start the next story. Oh man, old lady in a weird. Oh man, it's an old woman. I think. Or I could be an old man. Men can wear women's clothing too, you know. That's an old saying. I don't know why. But I have a feeling if it has something to do with this bad, it's probably not anything good. So, prediction for you all. When you hear the name, take a prediction. Pause the video after you hear its name. And I want you to take a guess at what do you think the story will be about. The name of the story is Wrath of the Creek. Now, pause the video. Just pause it for a few seconds, and take a prediction. What do you think will happen in this video? Well, not video. What do you think will happen in this story? Do you think anything bad's gonna happen? Do you think something weird, life-threatening, story-changing, action, adventure, romance, terror, horror, murder? Take a guess. Let me know. I'd actually like to hear what you guys think. Well, on with the Wrath of the Creek. When he left his tribe to work with the white lumbermen, he changed his name to William Cloud, and the lumberjacks started calling him Cloudy. Cloudy is a chance of meat pies. They like to hear Cloudy tell the story of the rat that lived in the creek, that powered by the local log chut. Chut. What the frick's a chut? That's why I went, what's a chut? The rat was an evil creature that desired nothing more than to wrap its long arms around humans or animals and pull them down into the water to drown. Ooh. That's the one thing I don't get about this game. Why are they giving like these weird images? Come on. Hey, look at this. It's an old lady. Babe, what the frick is an old lady gonna do? Look at it. Old lady walking in the baby stroller. What's he gonna do? Pull like a little what's it called? Umbrella and just beat the living hell out of me. Going, you stupid bitch! And you're shut up away. Why do you look like this? And why do you read my story? That's not like an old lady at all. It's not like a freaking Italian man. It rained heavy and long that spring, and the creek was flooded almost to capacity. One stormy night, the order was given to lower the gates of the chut and send the logs downstream to the mill. Dang. The thought of going outside the storm did not appeal to anyone, and so the men drew straws. Cloudy came up with the short one. Sorry, Cloudy. He hugged his coat tightly around him and made his way silently through the pitch-black night towards the long chute. As he released the first pin, he heard a foul hissing sound from beside the floating rafts on the logs. Cloudy, I hope you're ready, Cloudy, because this thing's gonna heat up any second now. Cloudy turned his head and saw a grotesque form rising from the swirling stream. Its face was framed by a wild weed straw hat, and dark slimy scales covered its lucimith, lithium body. Sorry. It takes me a few seconds to figure out these words out. Sorry. Cloudly tugged frankly on the final pin, eager to finish his task and get away. But the pin got stuck halfway out. Suddenly, the creature lunged out of the water. Cloudy leaped back, fleeing up the path towards the cabin. Behind him, the raft howled. Cloudy increased his speed, running blindly into the darkness. Then the raft dropped down from the branch of a tree right in front of him, blocking his way. Its yellow eyes glowed, the moonlight glinted against its slimy skin. Its long, thin arms stretched out towards him through the ragging storm. Claws extended. He gave one loud shout of despair, but the lightning-fast move of a razor-sharp claw cut off his cry, and the woods were suddenly still again. Back in the cabin, the lumberman waited for Cloudy to return. Then, Ethan, Cloudy's good friend, volunteered to go down to the log hut and look for him. This is gonna be bad. Oh, God. Within 10 minutes, the men were standing next to the gate. They lowered a lantern to the level of rush water and peered into the depths. Ethan gave a sudden sharp cry when he spotted the mangled face of Cloudy. The logger lifted the gate and drew Cloudy up with a pike pole. Why are they using a pike pole? I don't even know. Why the fuck are they using it? What is a pike pole? Oh well. His body has been sliced to ribbons, and his head was almost completely severed. News of the murderous wrath Island Creek quickly spread to the lumber camp. A week after Cloudy's death, Ethan was awakened by a strange blue light above his bed. He opened his eyes and found himself gazing into the face of William Cloud. The spirit warned Ethan that the wrath had marked Ethan for the next victim. At daybreak, Ethan packed his belongings and left the camp. On his way out, he confided his story to the few of the lumbermen, and soon word of Cloudy's warning spread throughout the camp. By sundown, it was completely deserted. The log hut fell into disrepair and slowly crumbled away, never to be replaced. The raft still lurks in the stream, watching for another victim. But it waits in vain till the ghost of Cloudy appear to anyone foolish enough to wander near the stream, warning them away with a terrible groan and a piercing scream. Woohoo! Well, that actually was a pretty good story. Wrath of the Creek. The story of Shaliban. A man shall warn every person who wanders by about that terrible evil that will come and try to kill you. If you walk too closely to the stream of the river, ooh, you got a little cloudy for that little cloud, man, cloud. But makes you wonder, I think things Cloud Striff, Final Fantasy. Think about it, think about it. Could be him, could be another man. I sure hope it's Cloud. The rest could be Sephiroth. Final battle, Sephiroth wins. You never know. But there is one thing I do know that's for certain. The story is done. Look at that, we actually do got a good amount though.
いかがでしたか？なるほど。どうぞお楽しみくだ
Alright,
さい。
pump it. I'm so pumped up for the last story. The last story of today. Let's go. That sounded so weird. Ooh. Now this one may be interesting. Another thing there's one thing I did forget to tell you guys about this one thing that this game has. It actually has a little button, a third button you can click that will give you an option to earn more coins. It's that third option right there. You may have seen these two. You already seen these three. Here's another one. This one goes for sound. This one gets rid of the boxes so you can see it better. And this one is auto scroll. But this is the challenge one. Mostly Garson will ask you a question about the story. You get it right, you get double more coins. But I don't feel like answering any quizzes. I feel like freaking reading a story. Plus, if I did try doing that thing, I think he would mostly ask you about it first before you even started reading it. I'm just going like, how am I supposed to know? I'm not doing the whole cheat thing where I just go and go, say, click, click, click. I got it! Yeah! That's cheating. But for our next story, get ready. Get out. One dark, windy night, the town drunk was, well, if you can say it. Oh, God, I already know this is gonna suck. I mean, I don't have to guess. I'm sorry, but I actually am gonna pause for a second. Could have mean, listen, one dark and stormy night. One dark and windy night. Sorry. I mean, come on. Isn't that what every story is? Fine. We can read it. Well, here we go. Try again. One dark and windy night. When the new priest. Sorry, I accidentally said drunk. Because I just looked at the wrong letter. When the drunk actually is not drunk, it's priest. When the priest came to the poor parish, There was no house or church for him. A farmer took him in, while the men built him a small shack in which to live. The priest, a true saint, with no false pride, was happy in his new parish. But the people wanted more from the priest, so they decided to build a church. The priest was pleased with their noble idea, but troubled because the work was hauling stone and backbreaking without a horse. So it's like Egypt all over again. That's what I see. One night, the Virgin Mary appeared to the priest and offered him a horse to cart the stone for the church. She told him that the horse would be wearing a significant bridle. If anyone took it off, the horse would disappear forever. Ah, pony, no! When the priest awoke from his drink, he heard the sound of a horse pawing the ground outside his door. Running to the window, the priest saw a horse tied to the post by his house. It was a magnificent animal, pitch black in the color, sleek and rippling with muscle. Strong pony. It had wicked gleam in its black eyes. The bridle which the Virgin Mary had spoken of was quite plain, but when he studied it closely, it seemed to glitter in the sunlight, as if its sanity was being tested at every moment. The priest. The priest. Oh, the priest. Realized at once that the torch was evil. Perhaps even the devil himself. Ooh. Now it's kind of scary, like the devil. We're gonna get it. When the workmen arrived to bring hauling stone for the new church, the priest presented them with the horse, but warned them not to remove the bridle. What is the name of this horse? The man asked. I called him Old Nick, the priest said. The man harnessed Old Nick to the cart, put on a regular load of stone. Old Nick went out with the load, but there was nothing in the cart. The priest was watching. I told him not to worry about Old Nick. He could handle much heavier loads. So he sent someone to fetch a larger cart. This cart they filled with so much stone it resembled a load of hay. The stone was so heavy that its wheel cracked. Old Nick didn't even break a sweat. In the day that followed, the men hauled so much stone that the plans for the church were moved up. But how could this be? Could a horse really like this exist? That could do this much labor in only a short amount of time? Now, what do you think? Do you think a horse can do that? Do you think? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. One hot day, when they were drawing stone from far side of the river, a man unbuckled the horse bridle so he could taste the drink. Well, Old Nick gave one great shake and was gone like lightning, leaving harnesses and cart. Old Nick was racing up the roof as fast as he could when he saw the priest, who was on his way to visit the sick man. And as soon as he saw the runaway horse, the priest threw the sign across the air. Old Nick reared up and threw himself away from the holy symbol. The horse sprang out onto a rock overhanging the river. Immediately, there came a thunderous noise, and the rock split in two, making a cliff that was 6 feet wide, and that led a deep cavern into Old Nick's disappearance. Thereafter, the cavern by the river became known as the Devil's Hole, or Can't Get Out. Any Christian who possessed the Devil's Hole would find that the horse went lame, or that his wheel broke, or that something other misfortune befell him. Animals avoided the Devil's Hole. Any horse that went past past trembled and started as if a sensed terrible presence within. God, I like this story. Moans and horrible screams came from the hole at night, and several times a huge black wolf was seen coming out of the cavern, with flames spouting out of its mouth. Only when the priest walked past was the hovel's hole silent. There, the black horse can never get out. He gonna get it. He gonna get it. He gonna get it. He gonna. God damn it! What the fuck? No, I'm able to torch out.
いかがでしたか
Well, as I said, that actually was a good story. The good thing about that story was, I am so gonna shove my middle finger up your fucking ghost ass if you do that again to me next time. Oh, you don't think I will, huh? Just get my coins. Yay, coins.
マブはこちら。
Oh, then that was pretty fun. But you know what else we need? We need to do a little chance time. So let's roll it. Oh yeah, camera dude. Tokyo Baby. Guess What's Cat. Evil Witch. Box Burner. Oh god, it was him. My favorite rock dude. Yellow Power. Don't get sick, baby. Don't get sick, baby. Fox. Flambe. Book. Yeah. Hell yeah. Bass. Eh. A book. Ooh. 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 A book. Flambe. Ooh. 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 Like, ooh, 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 over and over again. Not bad. They kind of filled it up. Let's see. Duckworth, Cat. Skeleton. Katana. Scary Witch. I remember her. Zombie. Thick. There it is. Cat. Gem Warrior, I think it is. Cameraman. Baby. Whatever his name is. Flower. Eva Kitty. Boom. Ghost. Frankinger. Evil Witch. Not bad.
できました。
But as you know from my thing, I never go in. I'm going to make sure I get a whole lot of coins. But I gotta mess with the coins. That's when I will buy. Because that's more fun. So, it was fun, everyone. I enjoyed doing this again. But, for now, it's time to go. I hate to say it, but it was fun reading to you all again. I shall see you all next time on Kaidan Restaurant Ura Menu for the next dinner we have. Take care.